Hello everyone and good morning. My name is Elena Riley and I have some breaking news for you this morning. I work on our website here at First Alert 6, so we'll head over there for that breaking news that we have. That is on a semi-crash near Scribner here in Dodge County. So here we are at First Alert 6. Here is that story. Like I said, one person is in the hospital after this semi-truck crash. Happened late Monday at about 10 p.m. in the area of Highway 275 and Highway 91. There we go. There's a photo sent to us by Dodge County Sheriff's Office. So there we are near Scribner, and their post as well on social media. They just told drivers to use caution through this area as they were trying to tip it up on its side. They tell us that the crash happened on Highway 91 when the semi-truck failed to make a stop in time to make a turn onto Highway 275. And then we're told the driver as well as 3 Chihuahuas thankfully were not seriously injured in the crash, but like I said, there was still that in the hospital with some injuries. Traffic on Highway 275 was restricted overnight so that crews could pull the semi upright, as I said earlier, and the crash was cleared this morning just before 7 a.m. Though the Scribner's police chief says that the highway is open, drivers should use caution in the area just due to some activity, authorities or crews or whoever may be out there. So that is our breaking news that we had just before 7 a.m. this morning. Other than that, I bring you this web story with our top headlines, so we'll go over these then, just to get you in the know, knowing what's going on with us, what we're tracking right now, so developing stories for us. All right, so my next top headline for the day is that police have arrested one of the 7 people injured in Saturday's early morning shooting in North Omaha. So 31-year-old Maurice Brown is facing 7 counts of using a gun to commit a felony, 6 counts of second-degree assault, 1 count of first-degree assault, and 1 count of possession of a gun by a prohibited person. OPD says a shot spotter system led officers to Kelly's Liquor near 30th and Pinckney Streets just after 4:30 a.m. on Saturday. Officers say there was a large crowd in the parking lot when an argument started and the shooting happened. In addition to Brown, 6 others, ages 21, 22, 38, 26, 30, and 43 were injured in the incident. So 7 altogether, as I mentioned. This is what a release tells us. These were the injuries. My next headline, here we are, is that police have identified the person killed in a shooting that injured 2 others in North Omaha early Monday, so early yesterday. Omaha police officers were called to the shooting near 24th and Patrick Streets shortly after midnight on Monday. And one of the victims, identified as 22-year-old Chase McCowan, was pronounced dead at the hospital, is what we're told, and that the other 2 victims remain in stable condition. So the investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information, you can contact OPD's homicide unit at 402-444-5656, as well as Omaha Crime Stoppers anonymously at 402-444-7867, as well as their website, as well as the P3 Tips mobile app. My next headline for the day is that, here we are. The 5 members of the state's new medical marijuana regulatory board met in Lincoln on Monday amid dozens of commenters. They were all there to share their thoughts on that. Attendees had questions on the temporary emergency regulations set by the commission in June. The Nebraska Medical Cannabis Commission is the full name there. Many argued that the flavored medical cannabis and smoking should both be allowed. Another concern at the meeting was just the way that it was set up. The public comment portion was scheduled before discussion on regulations and research, so people had some concerns with that as well. The commission has 2 months to finish the permanent regulations for the industry. They're supposed to be in a position to accept licensing applications from those who want to grow as well as sell medical cannabis here in our state, Nebraska. The board also announced that its website is open and applications can be sent in. It can be found as a separate tab on the Liquor Control Commission's website. So they do not have their own website. They have their own tab there on the Liquor Control Commission's website. My next headline for this morning is that after posting bond, a woman detained in an ICE raid here at Glen Valley Foods in Omaha is fighting to be released from jail. So this woman is 52 years old. She posted bond in July, but she's still in custody at the Lincoln County Detention Center in North Platte. And according to a 20-page petition, the woman fled to Mexico in 1999 with her children. She relocated to the United States. Sorry, she fled Mexico in 1999. Apologies. So here in the U.S., she later moved to Nebraska and eventually began working at this food processing plant. On June 10th of this year, the plant was raided by immigration authorities and 77 workers were taken into custody. A few detainees were deported, but most were sent to Lincoln County. And the Department of Homeland Security filed a form with a plan to attend the woman's release. They had a plan to appeal the woman's release, and then in a later hearing, DHS officials made no claims that she was a danger to the community or flight risk in that sort. Moving on. There was a packed auditorium in Lincoln on last night, for U.S. Congressman Mike Flood's third Nebraska Town Hall of the year. So in Flood's first town hall in the capital city, there's that tidbit as well. Constituents raised questions as well as concerns on a wide range of issues. This includes immigration, healthcare, clean energy, and the national debt. Our first Alert 6's Andrew Pfeiffer. He was there yesterday. He reports the town hall continued the trend of emotionally charged forums that we have seen in his previous stops across the state. And Flood was met with both boos and cheers as he answered questions yesterday. So Flood is expected to visit several other Nebraska communities this week. This includes stops in Ashland, Louisville, Manly, and Osceola. And Flood was recently named the new chair of the Main Street Caucus in Washington. We'll go back quick. I actually have some video here from that ICE raid at Glen Valley Foods. There's that for you. All right, the last headline I have for you this morning is that across the country, communities will take part in the National Night Out on Tuesday evening, including here in the Metro. So this is happening this evening. The NNO is a community safety and awareness initiative. It's hosted by local law enforcement, community leaders, as well as some neighborhood groups. And a majority of the events tonight are scheduled from 6 to 8 p.m. In Bellevue at Everett Park, Pillion at Halleck Park, La Vista at Central Park and Clubhouse, Blair at Generations Park, as well as the Tom Hannafin's Rivers Edge Park. They're having their event from 5 to 8:30 p.m. tonight. If you want to head out there and take part in that. Alrighty, that is all the headlines I have for you this morning. I was bringing you this live stream around 9 a.m. Now I'm trying more for the 8 a.m. hour. So thank you very much for joining me. Please tune in to me every other weekday, as well as I bring you this web story we're chatting about here around 6 a.m. Just to get you your top headlines. So thank you very much, and everyone have a good day.